The Anglican Bishop of the Diocese of Iyala, Right Reverend Professor Israel Okoye, has charged the newly 7 consecrated bishops in the Church of Nigeria to be good examples, which is a fundamental requirement in the service of God, adding that if anyone wants freedom, they must submit to Jesus Christ. Bishop Okoye gave this advice in his sermon at the consecration service held during the 2nd edition of the Church of Nigeria Standing Committee meeting held in the Diocese of Nike in Enugu State.
If you've been broken by the cross and healed by the Spirit of God, you can stand. In 2 Corinthians 4 verse 4, Apostle Paul reminds us that the God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ. In your homes, in your places of work, why do people choose darkness? And the world is suffocating for our choice because God has given us light. And of course, the Bible tells us that Christ came that we may have life and have it what? More abundantly. If you're delivered from this evil age, that deliverance entails that you're not thinking like this age. Look at Nigeria, where somebody can decide to steal billions of naira. It's because the God of this age has blindfolded them. He further advised that the freest people of all are those who submit most fully to the authority of Christ in Scripture. If you want freedom, submit to Jesus. Being a good example in the service of God is a fundamental requirement of a church father. That staff you see there is not an instrument for killing people. You see the curve. I said they will use that curve on the crucier in bringing back the lost sheep of the house of God. So take this staff, be a shepherd and not a wolf to the flock of Christ. Feed them, do not devour them. Anywhere you see somebody to whom the flock of Christ has been given, devouring them, that person has declared that he's on the way to perdition. It's not the will of our Father. Seek the lost, uphold the weak, restore health to the sick, lift the downtrodden, ensure discipline, be so merciful, and be not too remiss. Every believer must partner with the ordained servants of God in the mission of the church. You must pastor. That's why you are called, because you have a portion in the ministry of the church. Apostle Paul therefore states, therefore it is said, awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give you light. Look carefully then how you walk.
It could be recalled that 7 bishops were consecrated, 4 archbishops were presented at the Standing Committee meeting, and the consecration service was presided over by the Primate of all Nigeria, His Grace, the Most Reverend Dr. Henry Ndukuba.